Hello, welcome to another video. Umut here. Today I'm going to create three very simple mini art journals. This is a mini book. I stick two pages together for all of them, and I'm going to create very simple pages on this one. Today's objective was to share this amazing background stamp with you. It's from Waffle Flowers and it's called Marble Background. I found it when I was looking around and I wanted to discover it with you, so I didn't use it before. It's a layering stamp, so you use different parts of it on top of each other to create an amazing marble effect using different colors and layering them on top of each other. They put numbers on them like B1, 2, 3, and they tell you which color you should use, light, medium and dark. So it's not difficult to use, at least I hope, because I didn't try yet. I am creating three simple pages because I wanted to show you the effect with three different colors. And as I said, my only aim is to share this background stamp with you and try it out together. So I'm going to create really not fancy pages. If we were creating a card, we could use a Misty tool and it would be easier probably. These are the three stamps that I'm going to use, some grey tones and black. It's a classic marble look. I am also gessoing my page as well, just in case I will use other mediums. I didn't decide yet, so it's safer than not using it. I'm not using any Misty, but I chose this stamp block that has sponges by Fiskars, so I can position it without stamping easily, and then I press and stamp. So I used one of them and then I am going to use the one that they marked as 2 with a darker ink. And I am positioning it. It is supposed to sit on a place that is defined. You will see that the picture in the second one will fit into a place in the other one. You will see it easily when you get the stamp. It's not difficult at all. However, don't worry, even if you stamp it somewhere else, it looks nice. You will see later I will do randomly and it will still look nice. So I'm using another one and now I'm stamping again the darker one. And finally I will get the third one, which is even smaller, and ink it with black, which is the darkest color, and I am stamping it on top. When you do this more and the background becomes visible, you will see that it will really look like marble. So I'm just really following the stamp. I'm taking the pieces with number 1 first, doing the lighter color, then the second with darker, and the third with the darkest color. You can do whichever color combination that you want. And again, you will see the places that the stamps will layer on. There are gaps in the first one for the second one to sit, and there are gaps in the second one for the third one to sit, and it's not difficult to see. However, I repeat again, it doesn't even matter, even if you miss it or put it somewhere else, it really looks nice. There is also one that is alone. They say it on the stamp. This is standalone, so you can just use it to make your background or card more interesting. I'm using the lightest color to stamp it here and there. And also, if you combine the tails, connect the tails of the shapes, they look like they are attached, and they look like more realistic, like a marble. So I continued the process, just stamping them and then layering them. You will find full list of supplies down below at the description area as usual, or in my blog. Also in my blog you can see the pictures more closely. And here is how it looks. As you see, it's really nice, subtle and elegant background. Now we will see the second color combination. I'm using pinks and browns. You will again see the inks that I am using with the colors down below at the description area. This time I'm starting with this part that is standalone, that we are not supposed to layer. So I will just stamp it randomly around first. Then I started again using the parts that you are supposed to layer. And if you look carefully, I am trying to connect some parts so that they look that they are a continuation of each other. I use the pale pink as my lightest color. I'm using sepia as my medium color. And I will use a darker brown for my third color. I think these colors go with each other really well as well. And as you see, I am doing random stamping with the third little piece here and there too, and it looks quite okay. So here is the second page after the first one, and we move on to the third. For this one, I'm using shades of blue. I'm using 2 archival and 1 memento, lightest blue, medium and dark. I will again start with the standalone piece. First lay it down on my page here and there. Then I will start layering the other pieces. For this one, I will leave you with some music and catch you back when I finish. And here is the finished look for this one with some blues this time. Not to leave the pages empty and finish the process, I will really do something simple. I'm using this stencil by Penny Black on all of them, and I will use different texture paste to do something different for each so that you see as well different texture paste options. For this one, I'm using a regular light modeling paste. I'm just applying with my spatula. It looks really nice and elegant. For the second one, I'm going to use gold texture paste. Again, apply it through the stencil with my spatula. It looks a bit milky now, no worries. When it dries, it will look completely gold and shiny. So I applied it in this way. And for the third one, I'm going to use Stamperia Gloss Thick Texture Paste. This is actually unexpectedly nice. It's very glossy and very thick, easy to apply. Also, it gives a texture almost plastic thick. So I really liked it. You will see how thick it is. I hope the camera catches it. So I left it to air dry all of them. It took some time to wait for all of them to dry, but I wanted to make sure and I didn't want to heat set it with my heat gun. I'm going to use gelatos for the first one. Just color them. You will see the colors I'm using on the screen. I'm also using my stencil to color because I don't want to ruin the background with all these colors. I will just use a tone of red and green for the leaves, spreading the color with my finger. And I will use 2 shades of green just to make some shading as well, and 2 shades of dark red to make sure my image looks a little bit more realistic. That's actually where gesso comes handy, because if I make a mess and don't want the color somewhere, I can clean it with my baby wipe. If I didn't have gesso on the page, I couldn't do it. Also, I'm going to spread the color a little bit around. I discovered that it looks nice, so that's what I'm doing. I am putting a little bit of these two colors and mixing it with water to do some very light splashes to bring the page together. I am making sure that it is transparent enough so that the page is not covered with green. And I am doing some shading on my flowers. I will use this sticker set from 7 Dot Studio to complete it with my sentiment. And you will see that I will move to the next page. Here it is. Now let's complete the gold one. I'm using my Nuvo embellishment mousse, which is a wax actually, with my hand to create a nice gold border because we have gold elements on it. This will bring all the page together and create a frame and definition for it. And I am pulling the color a little bit inside as well, just to create some interest. For my sentiment, I selected this sticker set from 13 Arts because it's transparent with a gold font. So I pull it out and I will stick it on my page. Use really whatever you have in your stash with colors and stencils and sentiments. And lastly, I'm using my gold ink to do some splashes. This is the final look. It's really simple, but the background is really nice. Moving on to the next page, I'm going to use my Prima metallic acrylic paint in royal red to color my flowers. Because they are transparent, I thought it would look really nice to have some metallic on it. I'm going to just color them with my brush, and you will see I will actually do two layers of it. Because it didn't cover it as thick as I wanted. And for the leaves I'm going to use deep water, which is a dark blue color that will also go with my page. As you see, I did 2 coats of the paints and it looks really sharp and nice. And I finished it with blue splashes again. And I am selecting a sentiment from this Tim Holtz sticker set this time. There is a beauty in simplicity, which goes with the look of it. And the page is finished. Let's have a look at all of them, how different they are, but equally beautiful with the background stamp, looking nice and neat. I hope you enjoyed this video, displaying some different products and giving ideas how to use them. If you did, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, leave me comments or subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. That's how I know you like to see more. You will find the list of supplies down below at the description area or in my blog, just as a reminder. Also, you will see the close-up pictures of the projects. Thanks for watching and see you next time.